Yes, thank you. And I'll be right with you. I'm just reviewing a search warrant request real quick. This is Commissioner Hunt. I'm reviewing your search warrant request regarding the single residence in Scottsdale after the gunshots. Okay, and yes, I do find that there is probable cause. I just need to swear you in. So, yes. It's not in there. That's actually, I was just going to just check. Okay, well, actually, I'm on the bench. So, yes, I will send it back, but I just let you know I'm just about to start the calendar. Okay, so I'll get to it as soon as I can. Okay. Oh, let me swear you in, though. Then I can, maybe when I get that, then I'll just grant it. Oh, hold on. You didn't put down the crime. Crime needs to be added into the top box. At least I don't see it right now. I don't know. Maybe because I just already hit more information. That's probably why. Oh, you know what? Probably because I already hit more information. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to swear you in. Do you swear or affirm that the information contained in your affidavit and warrant is true and accurate to the best of your personal knowledge, information, and belief? That will include the nighttime. Okay. All right. We'll do things by. Okay. Sorry about that delay. This is the 2 a.m. initial appearance calendar for April 13th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Additionally, if you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court and make the decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who was convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. Okay. Let me just go back to the queue. And Okay, so now we're that. Okay, and I believe the Deputy County Attorney was going to appear for number 19.
Yeah, she's still not on the line.
She's appearing virtually? Okay.
I got her to contact her.
Yeah, if you want to call her, that's fine. And so yes, first off, just to let everybody know that when I'm doing release conditions, there are going to be a lot of written conditions. I'm going to go over highlights, but you are going to be responsible for each and every written release condition. Okay? So first, Brenda Rivera Estrada, please come to the podium. Wade Taylor, please go to the chair at the door. But you need to just go to the podium.
Yeah, she's online.
She's online?
Yeah.
Ms. Stetson, are you there?
I'm here, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Now I can, yes. Thank you. So, just for the record, could you please announce?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you. And this is on number 19 for Brenda Rivera Estrada, case number PF 2026-1136-98001. And I'll just start with just, could you please state your full name?
Yes, Brenda Liliana Rivera Estrada,
Thank you, and your date of birth?
December 8, 1995.
Thank you. Now, you are being charged with 1 count of manslaughter as a Class 2 felony and 4 counts of child abuse or vulnerable adult abuse as a Class 3 felony. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. at the South Court Tower at 175 West Madison Street. Now, in regards to bond, I believe that the Deputy County Attorney wished to be heard, correct?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. First, Your Honor.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes, I can hear you. And
Okay.
I did, and just to let you know, I did get your written recommendation of the $200,000. So I'll let you know what the $200,000 cash bond. I will let you know that pretrial services was actually recommending just pretrial services. So I know that you had actually also included that there was still that she still posed a risk. So if you could maybe expand upon that, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, Your Honor. And first, a bit of housekeeping, Your Honor. The state submitted a motion to have the Form 4 sealed, Your Honor. That is based on the fact that there are 4 victims named in the Form 4. All of those 4 victims are minor children. So for those reasons, Your Honor, the state is asking for the Form 4 to be sealed.
Okay, I just have not seen the written motion. Because I know the written motion needs to be, we have to have a written motion. So I have not seen one.
The state emailed it to you and the court staff as well.
Let me check my emails then. Oh, hold on, let me just check.
I don't see it on my email.
Okay. The judicial assistant doesn't have it either. I know that when I received my emails, all I got was the recommendations.
Oh, that's weird. I'll forward it again.
If you could, please, thank you.
Yes. Let's try this
So
again.
I will address that. Why don't we hold off and wait till you make sure that we get that? Okay, we got it. Okay, so So you're asking to,
Yes, Your Honor. The reason for the request for the
yes,
$200,000 cash, Your Honor, is due to the allegations, Your Honor. This was a accident scene. The suspect's 4 children were in the vehicle at the time of the collision. One of the children, a 9-year-old, was ejected from the vehicle, and she did pass away, Your Honor. There were 3 other children in the vehicle that were injured as well. During the investigation, it looks like troopers did observe an odor of marijuana emanating from the vehicle, Your Honor. The state does believe that there may have been an admission of marijuana use by the suspect. The suspect did say that she smoked marijuana on April 11th at 6 a.m. That was noted in the Form 4, Your Honor. The reason for the $200,000 is the suspect's choices. The state has extreme concerns for the other children that are still alive, Your Honor. The suspect chose to get in a vehicle where she was allegedly under the influence of marijuana. She was driving. Multiple witnesses stated that she was driving above the posted speed limit, which was 65, Your Honor. They said that she was passing vehicles. She was driving recklessly. So based on that, the state has concerns not only for the children in the vehicle, but as also other drivers, as well as the community. The state does believe that the suspect is a danger to the community. There was an accident reconstruction done that indicated that the accident was considerable in length. It does also look like the vehicle may have rolled over also. So the state doesn't believe that pretrial services is appropriate, considering the suspect has allegedly caused the death of a 9-year-old child. So for those reasons, Your Honor, the state is asking for the $200,000 cash. Additionally, Your Honor, the state does not recall if it asked for alcohol and drug monitoring, but if not, the state would be asking for that as well. Thank you.
okay. Yes.
Oh, it didn't come in here? No, it didn't.
Oh, Ms. Stetson, your motion did not come in again. So I think we thought that it had come in, but it did not come in. So I need to not seal it yet. So could you please, I know.
I resent it again, Your Honor.
Did you send it to me? Because I'll need to get onto the, since I'm now on, let me
Your
try
Honor,
to
I
get into
did
my mail.
send it in response to the written recommendation email.
To the recommendation. I did not see it in the.
You got it.
Oh, I see it. I see it in mine now. Okay, so
Thank
let me
you.
just get back to our. Let me get back to here. Okay, so I can now seal this though. Ms. Estrada, or is it Rivera Estrada? I don't think you opposed me sealing the Form 4 so that nobody can see your children's names. I would imagine that's not an issue for you, correct? Okay, and then I know that you're extremely upset.
Your Honor, they did do the blood test on me, and I was not high today.
Okay.
I was not.
Well, I don't think you really want to talk about the actual case
Okay.
because we are being recorded right now. I am going to be appointing counsel to represent you.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think you should actually talk about the actual case. But obviously, I understand you would want to be released. So
Yes, Your Honor.
I have thought about this, and I know that we're actually also now supposed to really take into consideration what pretrial services states. I do, however, also, in listening to the fact that in regards to Ms. Stetson's recommendation, she put down the fact that there is a flight risk due to the fact that if there is mandatory prison if you are convicted. And so I am putting down the fact that I'm going to make it $100,000 secured appearance bond. She is now asking for alcohol testing and drug testing. I do think that makes sense. I did actually include on my, in my request, I mean, in my, not in my request, but in my orders, that you are not to, that if you do get out, by the way, if you are able to make bond, which is a secured appearance bond, which means that you can use a bonding company, that you are to be released on pretrial services. You will have alcohol testing and monitoring, drug testing and monitoring, with alcohol monitoring to be installed before you're released, with curfew to be determined by your pretrial services officer. You are not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You're not to possess any weapons. You may not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. You are not, oh, actually, I'm going to put down, not to consume alcohol. Not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're not to drive a motor vehicle with anyone under 18-year-olds in your vehicle. That was already included. Do not leave the state. And I had also on there that you're not to possess or consume any marijuana, THC, or CBD products without a valid prescription. You must continue to provide the court with a proof of your local address. Okay, so I do believe that this would be appropriate. Is there anything else, Ms. Stetson, regarding this case?
Your Honor, did you order any sort of conditions on contact with the victims?
Well, since they are her children, that unless they're taken away from her, I'm not going to say that she cannot have contact with her children.
Okay, the state would just ask that if she does have contact, that there will be a responsible adult supervising that.
I mean, she's still her parent. I mean, I think that it's just a tragedy to some extent. I'm putting on the fact that she can't drive with her children.
Okay, Your
and
Honor.
She has to be tested. So I'm not going to do anything else about the children. And I mean, obviously, if it's, Child Protective Services believe that they need to take, need to do the things with it, then they can do so. Okay, and I made those changes to finish to be printed. Okay, thank you. So you can go to the left and get your paper.
All right, thank you.
Okay. And was there any other cases you wanted to be heard on, Ms. Stetson?
Yes, Your Honor. The state apologizes. It forgot to include something on number 23. So if the state could appear just to make a modification.
I am following that for $100,000 cash only appearance bond on that one.
Okay, Your Honor, the state was just gonna, because the state forgot to include alcohol testing condition, given that the suspect appeared to be under the influence. So
okay,
if
I
Your
did
Honor,
not include that. Okay.
okay, so if Your Honor wanted the state to appear on that, the state's happy to appear on that.
No problem. Knowing that information, that is something that I think I can add. I'll
Okay.
talk to him about that, but I will, because I don't know if there was even anything about the fact that I'm being intoxicated, in fact. Let me take a look at the Form 4.
The Form 4 had the box checked that he was under the influence, and the state realized
okay,
that
I
after.
See. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Wade Taylor, please come to the podium. Okay, sir. All right, let me see. You're not. Okay, I made that one change. So if you can. Okay, so sir, could you please state your full name? Oh, and I'm sorry, Michael Fair, please come to the chair. Okay, so, sir, can you please state your full name?
Wade Andrew Taylor,
Thank you, your date of birth.
August 17, 2005.
Thank you. Now, you are being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault involving having a victim bound or restrained as a felony. You have 3 counts of disorderly conduct as misdemeanors. I did find that there is probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And the prosecutor was recommending a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $100,000, and I felt that that was appropriate in this case, and so that is what I am inclined to order. Also, if you do make bond, that you are to be supervised by pretrial services.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I would just ask that there were any other kind of bond that I could do because I don't have my phone. I didn't get my phone taken with me when I was arrested. I can't get a hold of anybody that I've been trying to call.
Well, there's phones that can be used here.
Yeah, I've called like 4 numbers. I can't reach anyone. I'm kind of just stranded.
Well, at the moment, that's what I feel that is appropriate. It can be modified later on if that's something that another judge finds appropriate. But if you do make bonds, you are then to be on pretrial services with electronic monitoring to be installed before you're to be released, with curfew to be determined by your pretrial officer. And that you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, you're not to initiate contact with the alleged victim or any victims, you're not to have any physical contact with any of the alleged victims or complainant or witnesses. You are allowed 1 civil standby with law enforcement to collect your essential belongings. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim. You're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription, and you're not to possess or consume any alcohol. You must also continue to provide court with the proof of your local address. All right? If you go to your left, you'll be able to get your paperwork.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I needed to re-sign it. Sorry, I've got new information.
I'm just kind of confused. So I needed to pay the cash bond before my release?
Yes. And then when you're released, you're going to be on pretrial services.
So
you need to find another place to live other than where you lived living with any of the victims.
And then I can't get released until I get this bond?
Until you get the bond.
And
yes.
That would be half of it, right?
No.
So I need $10,000?
This is a cash only, which means that you have to have all of it.
I need all $10,000?
No, it's $100,000.
Oh, $100,000.
Yes.
When am I going to be released if I don't pay $100,000?
It would be if another judge changes the bond, you can make that bond, or until the case is completely finished, and you're able to, until the case is completely finished.
$100,000?
Yes, that is your bond at this moment. Yes. If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Michael Fair, please come to the podium. Kobe Dodson, please go to the chair. Okay. And, sir, can you please state your full name?
It's Michael Earl Thayer,
And your date of birth?
05/05/1987.
Thank you. And you're being charged with 1 count of robbery as a Class 4 felony and 1 count of disorderly conduct as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And that is at the South Court Tower. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victims. You're not to have any sort of physical contact with the victims or complainant or witnesses. You must also not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. Look at, if you go to your left, look at your paperwork.
Thank you.
Kobe Dobson, please come to the podium. Theodore Hunter, please go to the chair.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so sir, could you please state your full name?
Kobe Bray Dodson,
Date of birth?
2499.
Thank you. Now, you have a warrant out of Coconino County Superior Court. It is for a violation of your probation. I am not going to appoint counsel because it's out of a different jurisdiction.
Yeah,
You have an arraignment set on April the 16th at 8:30 a.m.
okay,
And the warrant is for cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $15,000.
okay.
Okay? So
Today, what's date?
well, it's tonight, so it's Sunday to Monday.
Yeah.
So it's actually Monday morning at 2:26 a.m.
So
Today's actually Monday, so it's like,
today's the 26th?
no, today's April 13th.
April
And your,
13th, and my arraignment's
and
what,
your
the 16th?
Coquina, yeah, you're set for April the 16th
Okay,
at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay?
okay.
And then that's to be in Coconino County Superior Court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So if you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Theodore Hunter, please come to the podium. And Edwin Carter, please go to the chair. Although, if we can go off the record for a second, there's like two We can, I know there's an, good, okay. Sorry, these DUI ones are very time specific, so that's why I had to get them done. All right, we can go on to your cases. We can go on records, please.
Correct.
Thank you. All right, so, sir, you have 3 cases before me, number 5, 6, and 7. Could you please state your name?
L. Hunter,
Okay, and is your middle name Lester?
Lester,
And your date of birth?
12/31/1972.
All right. And that is the same name and date of birth I have for all cases, number 5, 6, and 7 on the docket. I'll go back to number 5. That is a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings that sit on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. And you have a security appearance bond on that case in the amount of $750. If you are released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 24 hours. And you have, in your hearings are to be at 201 West Jefferson in Superior Court. Your next case is number 6 on the docket, which is also a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearing on April 20th at 8:30 a.m. And on this case, it is in the amount of $1,000. And on this one, it looks as though, hold on, let me just double check. I could not tell if this was intensive probation or regular probation, so I just put down 72 hours. But obviously, you're going to be seeing your probation officer on the other ones for within 24, so you can, so most likely just also see them for this one as well. No. Okay, so that is on that case. On your next one, which is number 7, it is a new case. And you are being charged with 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drug as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony, 1 count of refusing to give a true name as a Class 2 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree as a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And this will be at the South Court Tower. You have a security appearance bond in this case in the amount of $500. And I do have, again, if you're current, that if you were to be released, contact your probation officer within 24 hours. So,
Just sit down.
so that goes 500, 750, and 1,000 altogether. I mean, that's each separately, okay? So you go to your left, look at your paperwork. Yeah, you just go to your left, look at your paperwork. Edwin Carter, please come to the podium. Enrique Azuna, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Can you please state your full name?
Edwin Carter.
Okay, and your middle name is Lamont?
Lamont, yeah, sir.
And your date of birth?
6673.
Okay. And I have 4 cases before me for you, and you have number 27, 31, 32, and 33 before me. I'm going back to number 27, and again, that was Edwin Lamont Carter. Date of birth, please?
6673.
Sorry, I believe you did say that.
Yeah, I did.
And like I said, they were all the same name and date of birth. On this case, it is for 1 count of possessing or using a dangerous drug as a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set at April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. I am actually going to just have a hold on this case for just $50. The other ones I have, they all are different. Like I say, they're all like, I'll tell you what they are in a moment.
Probation.
But they all have holds. So I didn't want to just OR you on this one,
Right.
because I wanted you to be able to get credit.
Sure.
Didn't want you in custody without getting credit.
Right, right.
Okay, so I'm just setting a bond in this case in the amount of $50. On your next case, number 31 on the docket, it is a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. Your probation revocation hearings are set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. If you get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. I believe I put all the other ones at the same rate.
Mhm.
So they are all, again, this next one, number 32, is a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel. The probation revocation hearings are set on the same date and time for April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. And on the last case, it is the same thing, a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel in the probation revocation hearing is April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. At the 201 West Jefferson, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. So your probation revocation hearings each have a $500 bond, and that's why I didn't want to just make the other one
Right.
to be OR. Okay? If you go
Were
to
those-
that
were those-
ticket,
I have a question. Were those warrants prior to this new case?
no, these were all page
Based on-
2'd
okay.
because of the new charge.
I got you. All right.
Okay?
All right.
But yes, if you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
All right.
Right. And I wish you well.
All right. Thank you.
Enrique Ozuna, please come to the podium. Patricia Bingochea, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Now, I have 3 cases before me for you today. That's number 9, 10, and 11 on the docket. Could you please tell me your full name?
Enrique Gabriel Ozuna,
Okay, and your date of birth?
June 9th, 1992.
Okay, and that is the same name and date of birth on each of these cases, number 9, 10, and 11 on the docket. Going back to number 9, it is a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a probation revocation hearing for not October, so far away. I have no idea where October came from. April the 20th at 8:30 a.m., and that is in the amount of $250. And maybe it's because the next one says 10, maybe that's where I got to October. So your next one, which is, like I said, same name and date of birth, is just another warrant for violating your probation. It is, I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings that sit on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. And again, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. And for both of those, they're both probation violations. So if you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. And the next one, it is for a new case. And this one is, let's see. So for one count of, and as I stated, the same name and date of birth. It is for one count of possessing or using narcotic drug as a class 4 felony, and one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a class 6 felony. Oh, wait a minute. I need to edit this because apparently I did not. Oh, I think I was looking for information about financial information. I didn't have that, but because you have counsel on your other ones, I'm going to appoint counsel on this case as well. And I'm going to just set a $250 secured appearance bond in this case as well. Okay. Sorry, I just had to, so I re-signed it. Okay, so each of these, it's $250 on each case. Okay? So this one, it just appointed him counsel, so that's the only change. But he does get another paperwork, so yeah, just getting re-signed. Okay, Patricio Bingochea, please come to the podium. Monica Valenzuela, please go to the chair. Okay, thank you. Could you please state your full name?
Patricio Bingochea,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
3/17/87.
Thank you. And for you, I have 2 cases, number 15 and 16 on the docket. This goes to number 15. That is, oh, actually, both of them are out of Peoria Municipal Court. But number 15 is a warrant for Peoria Municipal Court, and it's for one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a class 1 misdemeanor. And the offense was February the 2nd of 2026. If you remain in custody, you'll be appointed to counsel at your next hearing. You have an arraignment set on April the 16th at 9 a.m. and you have secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. On the number 16, it is as I stated, it is same name and date of birth as we've already stated. It is for one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a class 1 misdemeanor. This is from April 12th of 2026. If you remain in custody, you'll be appointed counsel at your next hearing. You have an arraignment set on April the 16th at 9 a.m. And I am just putting a bond in this case in the amount of $50, since the other one was for $500. I didn't want to just have you award on this case and not get any credit with you remaining in custody if you couldn't make the other bond. Okay? So that makes $550 total. If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
Okay.
Monica Valenzuela, please come to the podium. Dijon Walker, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hello.
Could you please state your name
Monica Valenzuela,
and your date of birth?
October 19, 1978.
Thank you. And that is the same name and date of birth I have for both cases, number 21 and 22. I have on the docket before me today. Going back to number 21. And actually, both of them are warrants for violating probation. So number 21 is a warrant for violating probation. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings set for April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. If you get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. On the next case, number 22 in the calendar, it is a warrant for violating your probation. I will appoint counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings set on the same date and time, April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. at the 201 West Jefferson. And you have a secured appearance bond in this case, though, in the amount of $500. All right? As I stated, if you get out, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Dijon Walker, please come to the podium. Daniel Smith, please go to the chair.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Hello. Okay, let's see. Okay, sir, could you please state your full name?
Yes, ma'am. Walker Dijon Dwight.
I'm sorry, could you please repeat that?
Walker Dijon Dwight.
Okay, I think that they have Walker as your last name.
No, it is. I always just, say my
okay.
surname first and then kind of go that way. And then give my given name. Apologies.
All right, so because we have Dijon Dwight Walker.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
one and only. Dijon Dwight Walker here.
All right, and your date of birth?
August 10, 1993.
All right, and then this is a warrant out of Pioneer Justice Court.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is out of the county. It is for one count of exceeding the speed limit over 20 miles per hour. It is a class 3 misdemeanor. It's out of county. I cannot appoint counsel out of jurisdiction.
Can I say something?
Yes.
So I've been dealing with this obviously since 2023. The issue, what happened was the judge told me I had a order to show cause. That's why I was supposed to show up. We've gone through this one time before where they issued a warrant. If you don't show up, then that's what it is. And I had to pay and bond out one time before.
Yeah, this shows that it's post-adjudication, yes.
And they told me that this time around, if I didn't, make the payment for the fine, they said that
it actually is a $560 cash-only bond.
Well, see, that's what they told me. Once the warrant went out, but they told me that date that I failed to show up, they told me I wouldn't need to show up in court. They told me that it would end up going to the Fair Collections account because they didn't want to bring me back in for, failure to show cause for $50. So they said it was going to go to the Fair Collections account. I called literally that day, that day that I was supposed to go to court, and I asked, is there a warrant out for anything for me missing? They told me no. This is the second time that this has happened to where they said that the warrant was quashed. The warrant was never quashed. I ended up getting picked up, just happened to be with my daughter, trying to drop her off and get to work. And then here it is. I end up getting a bond, and I'm having to go through all this over again.
Okay. I'm going to believe you. Is there, they want a cash-only appearance bond of the amount of $560. Can you make some sort of cash-only bond?
I was told if I were to show up here and to sit it out, that I wouldn't have to be paying for a bond for a failure to appear.
Well, the only thing is that they can take you. I mean, they can, but sitting it out means I keep the bond because it's $560 cash-only bond. I can keep that bond, and then they can transport you to Pioneer.
They told me if I come here, I wouldn't have to pay the $560. I would just be able to see the judge every 3 hours, right? And then I would be able to leave and not have to pay the $560.
No.
Otherwise, I would have paid this.
Generally, we will affirm whatever the bond is from the other, that's set in the warrant. I'm listening to you, so I'm willing to,
I've been dealing with this since 2023.
with you.
The only reason why I'm here is because the judge didn't allow me to retake the driver's course.
Is there any sort of bond amount that you can do?
At this point in time, I don't even have my wallet on me. I would have to, and my mom, the only other help that I have is in Texas, and it's probably 4 a.m. there.
Okay, but even so, we don't want you to stay in wrong, okay? So, I'm actually willing to, not do the $560 cash only bond.
Please.
But I need to, though, have some sort of bond to put in here.
So what do you need me to do?
I need you to tell me what kind of bond can you make? Even where somebody else can make it for you.
Yeah, okay, so...
Right now, it's a $560 cash only bond. And at the moment, that's what the paperwork says, and
okay,
keep it that way unless you tell me
no, can we do it, can I do a $10 bond? Is that possible?
I'm not going to go down to $10.
Well, what's the lowest we could do? I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm normally not in this type of position. So, my apologies.
Okay, no, I understand.
I just, like I said, they told me
I'll go down to $100.
$100?
Yeah.
Okay. And will I end up getting that back, I guess?
Yes. If you show up it's a cash only $100 bond.
So I have to pay that here? Or how does that work? In order to get out, right? I have to pay it? How does this work? I'm so sorry.
You have to pay it to... Yeah, to the Fort County. She can give you more information about how to...
Okay, but until I get out, until I pay that, I can't get out, right?
Right.
Y'all be holding people hostage in here, I see. I'm just joking, Your Honor.
But, I mean...
It's better than the $560.
Took it away from $460.
Hey, you're doing me a huge favor. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I just, like I said, I was just underneath the impression, otherwise I would have been in, Pioneer Justice Courts, take me back to,
But you do need to still you still have court at...
So they
still have an arraignment on April the 16th.
Oh, so they
at
actually do have a...
So you still need to make your cash-only appearance bond. Go to your arraignment on April 16th. If you go to your court date, then you get that $100 back.
Okay.
Otherwise, you lose that, and it doesn't go to any of your fines or anything.
Nothing. And then I have another warrant back out there for me again. Yeah, this is wild. Okay.
So you need to pay the bond, get released, and then go to court.
Okay, you said that's on the 18th. Pay the bond, get released, go to court. Otherwise, if I don't pay the $100, I don't get released.
Then you would stay in custody, and then they will transport you to court.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it seems like you're going to be able to get released, correct?
I'm praying, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make some calls.
If not, when you're in custody, they will also appoint counsel to represent you for the bond amount.
For
just the bond amount only.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? All right. If you go to your left, we'll get your paperwork.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't sign it, so I need to sign it. Otherwise, it doesn't. But, yeah. Daniel Smith, please come to the podium. Okay, sir, can you please state your full name?
Daniel Raymond Smith,
Date of birth?
November 14th, 1985.
Thank you. I have that this is a warrant out of family court, out of Superior Court, and that is a child support arrest warrant, in that it is a cash-only appearance and bond in the amount of $500. Okay, so if you make that, then you can be released. However, there is a return arrest warrant hearing set on April the 16th at 10 a.m. in Superior Court at the 201 West Jefferson. Okay?
What's that mean exactly? Because I haven't heard anything about court appearance or anything.
Well, you have a warrant out for your arrest because of the child support. And it is setting a cash purge in the amount of $500. So.
And who do I pay that to?
You pay it towards the court. You pay it, basically it's your bond. So you pay that for the bond amount, and then you have court.
How can I get there to pay that? Because I have it. I have the money, and I just.
Okay, they can let you know.
Oh, they will?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't know the ins and outs of that.
Yeah.
I can just do the orders. I do the orders, and then they can tell you the specifics.
Okay.
But, yes, I can't appoint counsel because it's a civil matter, but you do have court for the return on arrest warrant. So basically, though, you do have court on April the 16th at 10 a.m. Okay?
So April the 16th, that's this week, right? Something, I think?
Well, today is the 13th, so it's
okay.
like 3 days from now.
Okay.
Okay? So, yes, if you can't make it, then you'll be seeing a judge in court regarding the amount.
Okay.
All right. So if you go to your left, you'll get that. All right? Wish you well.
Thank you.
Jonathan Uloa, please come to the podium. Cassandra Quintana, please go to the chair.
Where do I go, Your Honor?
Just right there.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Could you please state your full name?
Jonathan Alvarado Ulloa,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
October 28th, 2004.
Thank you. You are being charged with one count of possessing a gift card without consent as a Class 4 felony. And I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 28th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on May 1st at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to just follow the pretrial services recommendation to release you on your own recognizance. So that means that you need to just show up for court and make sure that you stay in contact with your attorney.
Okay.
So you have to go to your left.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, good night.
Cassandra Quintana, please come to the podium. Sir, oh, hold on. Let me bring Jonathan Aloha back. I believe I did not, there was something that I'm not sure if I did or not, but it's important.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's my fault. I'm not sure if I said it, and I want to make sure that it's on the record.
Okay.
So I'm just bringing number 2 on the calendar back. Jonathan Alvarado Ulloa. I'm sorry, could you pronounce your last name? Just pronounce your name again.
Ulloa, it's a hard one.
Okay, can you say your whole name again?
Jonathan Alvarado Ulloa.
And your date of birth?
October 28th, 2004.
Okay. And I stated that you are being charged with one count of possessing a gift card without consent as a Class 4 felony. I'm not sure if I said that I found probable cause for that charge. So I did find probable cause.
Okay.
And then I am appointing counsel. You do have a status conference on April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30.
Okay.
And I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to follow the pretrial services recommendation and release you on your own recognizance.
Okay.
Okay? All right. But it's just that making sure, I'm supposed to make sure that I state that I found
Oh,
probable cause.
yeah, no, of course.
I wasn't sure if I did.
And then I had one quick question. So after this,
No, it's not after that because they may take you back. So what's your question?
I was going to say after this, I just get released, correct?
Yeah, you're going to be getting released. It's on your own recognizance, so it's basically when you promise just to appear back to court.
Okay.
So you just make sure that you show up to court.
All
so
right.
your next court date, as I stated, is
April 28th?
April 28th, and that will be at the South Court Tower at 175 West Madison Street, and it is on your paperwork.
Okay, I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome. Sorry, next I have Cassandra Quintana. Thank you. And then at the chair is Donald Van Lantingham. Thank you, sorry about that.
It's okay, hon.
Just making sure that I get every single thing checked off.
Yes, I
Okay,
understand.
so could you please state your full name
Cassandra Quintana,
and your date of birth?
May 6, 1994.
Thank you. And you are being charged with 1 count of endangerment as a Class 6 felony, 1 count of reckless driving as a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of racing with exhibition of speed as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 28th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on May 1st at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance, but it looks like you're in custody on something else. Do you want me to keep this OR so that you can just get out, like if you're going to get out on your other case, or do you want me to put a small bond on this case?
I don't know what OR means, hon.
OR means like released on your own recognizance, so you don't have a bond, you're not getting credit on this case.
Yeah, that would be good.
So you want me to give you some sort of bond so you have some sort of credit?
No, no bond.
Oh, no bond, okay. Then we'll just leave it.
I don't know, I'm not really understand. I'm so new to this, that's why I'm like, I don't know, like, if I have to pay money or like.
Well, you're being held on some other matter, correct?
On what, hon?
Well, you're in custody.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not. Okay, oh, it's just, she just.
Because it's on her check now.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking, that maybe she's being held on something else. Okay, oh, she's not. Oh, okay. Then, yes, I'm just gonna have you're just gonna get released then.
Okay, hon.
Maybe it was just because of what you were wearing or
I have
something.
a question.
Got it, okay. I just wanted to make sure that
Okay,
I wasn't gonna just have you be held in something and then not being able to get credit on this case. But that's not the situation, so we don't have to worry about it. So yes, I am going to follow the pretrial services and recommendation, and I will release you on your own recognizance, which means that it's on your promise to appear to court.
Yes.
So just you need to make sure that you appear back to court. However, you are not to initiate contact with the alleged victims. You are not to have any physical contact with the alleged victims. You're not to initiate contact with any complainant or witnesses. You're not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You are not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Do not leave the state. You must continue to provide court with proof of your local address. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you go to your left to get that paperwork. Donald Van Lantingham, please come to the podium. Karina Haynes, please go to the chair. Okay, sir. Okay, sir, I have that you have any charges out of Peoria Municipal Court, and that you have, I am not going to appoint counsel because it's a different jurisdiction and I don't have enough information to determine indigency at this time. You have an arraignment set on May 4th at 9 a.m. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. You are not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid license. Do not leave the state. You must continue to provide the court with proof of your local address. Okay? So you're also in stripes. Are you in custody on something else, or did they just put you in stripes because of some other reason?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I didn't have a shirt, they arrested me without a shirt.
Then there's no problem with releasing you OR, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good? All right. Karina Haynes, please come to the podium. Richard Craigle, please go to the chair. Hello, can you please
Hi.
state your full name?
Karina Haynes, Elizabeth Haynes,
Thank you, and your date of birth?
April 18, 1982.
All right, now you are being charged with 1 count of shoplifting, removal of goods, more than $1,000 is a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of shoplifting concealment, more than $1,000 is a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 28th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on May 1st at 8:30 a.m. And I am also going to follow the pretrial services recommendation and release you on your own recognizance. Do not return to the scene of the alleged crime. Do not initiate contact with the alleged complainant or witnesses. Do not initiate contact with the arresting officers. Do not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. And as I stated, there's some other recommendations, such as continue to provide the court with your proof of your local address. But main thing is make sure that you show up for court. Okay?
Okay.
Go to your left and you'll get your paperwork.
And I will be released tonight?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Richard Craigle, please come to the podium. Derek Ackerland, please go to the chair. Sir, could you please state your name?
Richard A. Criggle,
All right, and your date of birth?
1474.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
12/14/74.
Okay. And you have a arrest warrant. It's a direct complaint. So
What?
I understand that you stated how you've done everything you're supposed to do. You have a warrant for your arrest regarding a possession or use of dangerous drugs that happened on May 26th of 2025. Okay, so it was already established, and probable cause is already determined. So I do not need to make that determination. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 28th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on May 1st at 8:30 a.m. I'm going to be releasing you on pretrial services. You need to contact them within 72 hours. Okay? If you go to your left, you'll get that paperwork.
And so I need to go home today?
Well, you'll be able to get released. However, you're going to be supervised release. So pretrial services will be monitoring you. You need to contact them within 72 hours.
I got you.
Derek Ackerland, please come to the podium. Tanisha Shorty, please go to the chair.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And let me make sure what I have here. Yes, you have an arrest warrant.
Yes.
Okay, and then yes, if I could pick up your full name.
Pardon me?
Can I have your name?
Derek Ackerland.
And your middle initial is J?
J.
And your date of birth?
July 26, 1996.
Thank you. And yes, you have an arrest warrant out of Superior Court. It is for one count of possession of using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony, one count of possession of using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony, one count of exceeding the posted speed limit more than 20 miles per hour as a Class 3 misdemeanor. As it is an arrest warrant, probable cause has already been found. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you.
Thank you.
You have a status conference set on April the 28th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on May 1st at 8:30 a.m. The arrest warrant actually was recommending a bond in the amount of $100. Pretrial services is recommending an OR to be released on your OR on recognizance.
That would be ideal.
And I'm going to release you on your own recognizance.
Thank you so much, because I don't have any access to money
But
right now.
make absolutely sure you show up for court.
Okay.
And this is at the South Court Tower at 175 West Madison Street.
Is that information on my paperwork?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a great day.
You're welcome. Tanisha Shorty, please come to the podium. Jose Perez Gonzalez, please go to the chair. Jose Perez Gonzalez, Cia, por favor. That's all. I don't know much, but I do know what chair is Cia. Okay, hello. Could you please state your name?
Tanisha Shorty,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
February 20th, 1998.
Thank you. You have a warrant out of Peoria Municipal Court. It is for one count of disorderly conduct, fighting, Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of assault as a Class 3 misdemeanor that happened on June 18th of 2025. I am not making an order regarding counsel since it's a different jurisdiction. As I stated, it is out of Peoria Municipal Court. You will have an arraignment set on May 4th at 9 a.m. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. Let me just double check.
Quick question for you about the jurisdiction.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
The jurisdiction. That means like this is right
Like
now
Peoria?
this is actually Superior Court. But Peoria Peoria does not work at night. So that's why Peoria can't see you tonight. That's why we're seeing you for Peoria.
Okay.
And that's why I'm making this ruling on behalf of Peoria.
Okay.
And I've noticed that this is, that the pretrial services put down the fact that you do live with the that you do live with the victim. But this happened like a year ago.
Yeah, and we've
So I don't want you talking about the case, but because of that, I normally would put down that you cannot live in the same residence. But since you guys have been together for so long after the incident, I'm not going to make that addition. Because in fact, I was just about to change my orders. But when I just saw that, I'm not going to change it. However, you're not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. Definitely, obviously, I would still say, I would just still state, no negative contact. I'm not necessarily going to write it in here, just essentially, it's kind of something like it's a given, okay?
Yeah.
But be sure to show up for court, and if you want to get counsel, then you'll fill out paperwork and request one, okay?
And the court information is on
They'll get all that information on your paperwork.
Okay.
All right. So yes, you just go to your left, get that paperwork. So yes, you can get these. Jose Perez Gonzalez, please come to the podium.
Hola, voy a hacer. Oh, hello, this is Lucia. I will be your interpreter.
Did you hear her?
Hola, voy a ser su intérprete.
Okay.
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 Thank you. Interpreter, could you please state your name for the record and your interpreter ID number?
Of course. Lucia, spelling Lucia, ID number 2528.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And then I'll just begin.
You're welcome.
Sir, can you please state your full name?
Señor, ¿nos podría dar su nombre completo?
José Mauricio Pérez González.
José Mauricio Pérez González.
Sí.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
¿Y su fecha de nacimiento?
8 de septiembre de 2004.
September the 8th, 2004.
Okay, thank you. Now, you are being charged with one count of discharging a firearm in the city limits as a Class 6 felony.
Usted tiene un cargo de descarga de armas de fuego en los límites de la ciudad, un tipo de delito clase 6.
And one count of disorderly conduct as a Class 6 felony.
Y un cargo de mala conducta o conducta desordenada. Excuse me, what number of felony?
Class 6.
Un tipo de delito clase 6.
Okay.
I did find probable cause for these charges.
Para estos cargos he encontrado causa probable.
Okay.
In looking at your financial profile, I did not find you indigent at this time, so I am not appointing counsel.
De acuerdo a su perfil financiero, no lo encontramos en estado de indigencia, por lo tanto no se va a estar apuntando un consejero o defensor.
However, if you do believe that there is an error, you can request counsel later and maybe redo the paperwork.
Si usted encuentra que esto es un error, puede solicitar luego a la consejería y volver a hacer estos papeles.
Okay.
You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m.
Tiene una conferencia de Estado el día 20 de abril a las 8:30 de la mañana y una audiencia preliminar el día 22 de abril a las 8:30 de la mañana.
Okay.
Both are set at the South Court Tower at 175 West Madison Street.
Esto va a ocurrir en el South Court Tower, en el 175 West Madison Street.
Okay.
I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000.
Va a tener una tipo de fianza de comparecencia por la cantidad de $25,000.
Okay.
Okay.
You are not to initiate contact with arresting officers. You are not to
No
possess
puede
any
tener
weapons.
contacto con los oficiales que lo han arrestado, tampoco puede poseer armas.
Okay.
You are not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription.
No puede poseer ni consumir drogas sin una receta válida.
Okay.
You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
No puede tampoco conducir un motovehículo sin una licencia válida.
Okay.
Do not leave the state.
No puede dejar el estado, irse del estado.
Okay.
And you must continue to provide the court with proof of your local address.
Y va a tener que darle a la corte la prueba de su dirección local.
You must also submit to DNA testing at the arresting police department, and you must submit to 10-print fingerprint at the arresting police department.
Va a tener también que dar un testeo de ADN en el departamento de policía arresten y que lo arrestó, y también va a tener que dar sus huellas digitales en el departamento de policía que lo ha arrestado.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, if you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
A la izquierda le van a dar los papeles.
Thank you very much. That was the last person. Oh, I don't think this person is Spanish. I don't believe. Okay, then we don't need any more interpreters. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling Lionbridge, interpreter 2528 disconnecting. Have a nice day.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, I see an armed robbery. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, let me just, there's another search warrant that I want to quickly do real quick. I'll leave those other ones. They're just returns. Okay, so yeah, we have Giovanni here? Okay, then let's do Giovanni. And then we have the house. Hey, sir.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, if we can you, sorry about that.
No, you're okay,
Just trying to get back into calendar time. All right, so could you please state your full name?
Giovanni Talamantes?
And your middle name is Xavier?
Yeah, Xavier. Giovanni Xavier Talamantes.
Thank you, and your date of birth?
5/31/2006.
Thank you. Now, you have a warrant that stemmed from the grand jury. It is for 2 counts of sexual assault as a Class 2 felony and 1 count of sexual conduct with a minor as a Class 3 felony. And yes, everybody was definitely gone. I thought so, but just making sure. And I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. Oh, I did not need to find probable cause because the grand jury already found probable cause. I am going to, however, like I said, appoint counsel to represent you. You have an original arraignment hearing set on April the 21st at 8:30 a.m. at the South Court Tower. I am going to affirm the grand jury's bond, which was a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $75,000. If you do make that bond, then you're to be released on pretrial services with electronic monitoring to be installed before you are released. In that curfew is determined by a pretrial officer. You are not to initiate contact with any of the alleged victims. You're not to have any physical contact with the alleged victims. You're not to initiate contact with any complainant. I couldn't tell exactly what the situation was because I didn't have any Form 4, but it did, there's relatives, so I wasn't sure exactly about if you lived at the same residence or not. Do you live at the same residence?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you cannot live at the same residence anymore. Let me see if, I did put down you may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim. However, you are allowed 1 civil standby with law enforcement to collect your essential belongings. Now, I did have here also that you're not to have any contact with minors. Is there any reason why you would have to have an exception for that?
I don't know.
Okay. If you need to, you can always try to have that modified later on. Now, also, I have in here that you're prohibited from accessing the internet through any means. I have work or contact with counsel. Is there any other reason why you might need to use the internet?
No.
Okay. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid license. Do not leave the state. And you must continue to provide the court with proof of your local address. So obviously, then you need to find another place to live, but then then you need to make sure that the court has that proof of address. All right?
Okay.
So, and I can tell you when oftentimes that it's even more than $75,000 for this type of an offense. So when I saw the reasoning why they made this amount, I actually thought it might even be more. So I think you're kind of lucky. All right? If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, regarding the house calls, I'm starting on these. This is Eric Baird Walquist, date of birth August 6th of 1992. There's a warrant for failing to appear for Superior Court. His underlying charges are 1 count of possessing or using a dangerous drug as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. Probable cause had already been found. He has existing counsel. The status conference has been set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. at the South Court Tower. I am affirming the bond in the amount of $1,000. Rosalind Patterson, number 12 and number 13 on the docket is next. The name is Rosalind R. Patterson, date of birth March 5th, 1971. Number 12 on the docket is a warrant for violating probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent her. She has provocation hearings on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. Secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. On number 13, She has the same name and date of birth, Rosalind R. Patterson, date of birth March 5th, 1971. She has another warrant for violating probation in Superior Court. I am appointing counsel to represent her. She has probation revocation hearings on the same date and time, April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. And she has a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250 on this case. If she is to be released, she is to contact probation officer within 72 hours. Let's see, did I mess up on that, did I not? Yes, she does, but I did include that on the number 12 as well. Okay, going next to number 24 is Bernard Alexander Wallow, date of birth October the 20th in 1991. This is a new case out of Buckeye Municipal Court. It's for one count of assault as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I do not have enough information to determine indigency at this time. He has an arraignment set on April 28th at 2 p.m. at Buckeye Municipal Court. I will release him OR. However, he is not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, not to initiate contact with the alleged victim, not to have any physical contact with any alleged victim, not to initiate contact with the alleged complainant or witnesses, not to initiate contact with the arresting officers, may not reside in the same location as any alleged victim. And if there are any changes, I will come back and put them on the FTR. So I will go back and do those home calls, those house calls. And the hearing is now adjourned. Are there any system interpreter? Okay, then we can just go. This is the 5 a.m. initial appearance calendar for April 13th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Additionally, here's the victim's rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing a loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. Okay. Now, as the recording was stating, I'm going to be telling you what your release conditions are if you're to be released, but also, just to let you know, I'm going to go over the highlights regarding your conditions. However, you are responsible for each and every one of your written release conditions. So be sure to not lose your written paperwork. Be sure to go over it because you are responsible for each and every one of your written release conditions. Okay? So we will start with Carlos Ramos. Please go to the podium. And Gerald Charlin, please go to the chair at the door. Okay, hello, sir.
How you doing?
Fine. Can you please state your full name?
Carlos Eduardo Ramos.
Please tell me your date of birth.
07/24/2001.
All right. Now, you are being charged with one count of aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony and one count of assault as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. That's at the South Court Tower at 175 West Madison Street. I am going to be setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $75,000. Also, if you do make that bond, you're to be released on pretrial services with electronic monitoring to be installed before you are released, in curfew to be determined by your pretrial officer. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the alleged victims. You're not to have any physical contact with any alleged victim or the complainant or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons. You're also not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. And you must continue to provide the court with proof of your local address. There are some other conditions in here, but those are the highlights. So you just go to your left to get your paperwork.
No.
I don't have any. She has.
Oh, he doesn't have paperwork?
No, he has not got them.
Oh, you want, well, we're going to be getting it. Oh, you want, just have a seat and we'll get you your paperwork. Want me to continue on with that paperwork?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, okay. Then Gerald Charlin, please come to the podium. Billy Beasley, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Could you please state your full name?
Yeah, Gerald Charlin.
Your middle name is Scott?
Huh?
Your middle name is Scott?
Yeah.
And your date of birth?
January 25th, 1997.
All right. Now you are being charged with one count of aggravated assault. Aggravated domestic, sorry, not aggravated assault, but an aggravated domestic violence is a class 5 felony, and 2 counts of assault as class 1 misdemeanors. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I'm going to be appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $35,000. If you do make that bond, you're to be released on pretrial services with electronic monitoring to be installed before you're released, and curfew restrictions to be determined by your pretrial officer. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with any of the alleged victims. You're not to reside at the same location as any of the alleged victims. I wasn't sure if you lived there or not, but you're allowed, if you do live there, if your belongings are there, you're allowed 1 civil standby with law enforcement to collect or search your belongings. Okay, so if you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Well, actually, no. Again, go to your left, go to your seat, they will get you your paperwork. Billy Beasley, please come to the podium. Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor.
We have been on the record, haven't we? We've been on the record, correct? Okay, just double checking. Because you've been doing them, so just making sure. Okay, so right now we're on number 11, but they need the paperwork. I guess they said they haven't got the paperwork. Oh, no, no problem. Just making sure we have everything. So they'll get it and they're going to give it to them. Okay, so, sir, could you please state your name?
Billy Beasley, 82671.
All right, and your middle name is Joe, correct?
Yes.
And that is the same name I have for both cases I have before me, which is number 11 and 12 on the docket today, which is Billy Joe Beasley with date of birth August 26, 1971. I'm going to go back to number 11 on the docket. And that is new Superior Court matter, which is you're being charged with 1 count of possessing dangerous drugs for sales for class 2 felony, 1 count of possessing transportation and or selling dangerous drugs is a class 2 felony, 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drugs is a class 4 felony, and 1 count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia is a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for those charges. I'm going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 28th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on May 1st at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000 for this. I do not know. Do you know there is no victims in this case? I don't know why. Do I need to edit on number 11? I think I was thinking of a different case, so, I know that this is not a victim case, but you are still not to contact the arresting officers. You're not to this. What if I just... You're not to possess any drugs or consume any alcohol or have a motor vehicle without a valid license. Okay, I'm going to save this, I'm going to sign it. Okay, so then we'll go on to your next case, which is number 12. And on this one, this is the assault case.
Ma'am, that case was scheduled for, I believe, the 17th? No, for the 15th of this month. It was rescheduled. I don't know.
Actually, I'm changing this one too, because this one actually is where I was having words. Do not initiate contact with the victim or complainant. And let me go back to the...
And see, ma'am, that's where the victim got a hold of me and said she had that case rescheduled until the 15th of this month.
Well, all I can tell you right now is that I'm going to save and send. Okay, so there was a warrant.
Okay.
So there was well, it's post-adjudication, it's failure to pay.
I don't understand, I'm sorry.
It's a failure to pay warrant.
Okay.
So actually...
So it's one of my tickets that was sent to collections?
No, it's not that, it's just you need to go to court.
Okay.
So actually...
But it's post-adjudication, correct?
It is post-adjudication.
And on the other one,
so number 12 does not need to be changed. Okay.
My problem is, ma'am, I've been homeless.
Okay, well, it has I'm affirming the bond, which is the $200 on that one, on your number. So let's go back to 11, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the Superior Court matter. And that is where you have new charges. The first, for the possession of dangerous drugs for sale, the Class 2 felony. Transportation of dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felony. Possession or in use of dangerous drugs is Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia is a Class 6 felony. As I said, I found probable cause. I'm appointing counsel. You have a status conference on April 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 22nd at 8:30 at the South Court Tower. Okay, this is Superior Court. And on this one, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. On your other one, it is for a justice court case in White Tank Justice Court. And that is post-adjudication, and that is a $200 bond on that one. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, so then, but you do still have to go to court on that one because you have a hearing and arraignment on April the 16th at 8:30 a.m., and that is at White Tank Justice Court.
Yes, ma'am.
But because you may still be in custody, I did appoint counsel to represent you.
Yes, ma'am.
On the bond amount.
Thank you.
All right, if you go to your left, you'll get that paperwork. Alexander Campa, please come to the podium. Allison Multime, please go to the chair. Okay, you're Alexander Campa?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have 1 and 2 on the docket today. And let me go to number 1. Could you please state your full name?
Alexander Francisco Campa,
And your date of birth?
April 5th, 1995.
Thank you. And that is the same name and date of birth on number 2 as well. I'm going back to number 1. This is a case a municipal court case out of the town of Paradise Valley. It is for 1 count of driving on a suspended license as a class 1 misdemeanor. I'm not doing an order regarding counsel. You have an arraignment set on April the 28th at 8 a.m. in the town of Paradise Valley, in the court of the town of Paradise Valley. I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance on that case, okay? On the next case, it is a out-of-county warrant out of Salome Justice Court, and this is for a failure to appear. I cannot appoint counsel out of another court. Also, I don't have information regarding the indigency, so I really couldn't make a determination anyway. But you have an arraignment in Salome Justice Court on April 16th at 8:30 a.m. You have a cash-only appearance bond in this case in the amount of $2,500. All right? So if you just go to your left, we'll get that paperwork. And I believe they might have both been for the same day. So, oh, no, you don't. Oh, hold on. No, they're different days, fortunately. Okay?
Okay.
All right, go to your left. Look at that. Allison Multeen, please come to the podium. Isaac Saad, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. You have number 9 and number 10 on the docket today, and could you please state your name?
Allison Multeen,
And your date of birth?
11/20/85.
All right, and that is the same on both cases. I'm going back to number 9. This is a warrant out of Holbrook Justice Court, which is out of county. And the underlying charges are 1 count of failure to appear as a misdemeanor, 1 count, another 1 count of possession of marijuana as a misdemeanor, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia violation as a misdemeanor. I am not appointing counsel because it's out of a different jurisdiction. You have an arraignment set on April the 16th at 8:30 at Holbrook Justice Court. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,000 in this case. I'm going to affirm the bond in that matter. On your next case, this is a failure to appear out of Superior Court here in Maricopa County Superior Court for a status conference. So on this one, and the underlying charges are 1 count of possession of narcotic drug as a class 4 felony and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia as a class 6 felony with the date of violation of March 2nd of 2026. You have existing counsel in this case. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 for the status conference and a preliminary hearing on April the 22nd at 8:30. And your secured appearance bond in this case is $500. And that is where you have your hearing in this case is set at the South Court Tower, which is at 175 West Madison Street. And the information will be on your paperwork. Okay?
Okay.
So you'll have to get that paperwork. Isaac Saad, please come to the podium. Tanya Greer, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hello.
Could you please state your full name
Isaac Saad,
and your date of birth?
September 2nd, 2001.
Okay, I have September the 20th. So it's actually the 2nd?
It's the 2nd, yeah.
Okay.
2001.
Okay, I can't change it here because if I change it here, it's not going to change it.
On my paper, it shows my actual birthday.
Okay, so then maybe there's just a typo. Huh? You said it's September the 2nd, so 02, but we have 2 zeros.
Yeah, 090201.
Okay, great. Then we're going to be able to change it right now. So then, glad to know I didn't actually think we could. Learn something new every day. All right, so we have then, that will be September the 2nd of 2001?
Yes, that's my birthday.
Okay,
Date of
great.
birth.
All right, and then we have a warrant out of Desert Ridge Justice Court. It is for 1 count of driving with a suspended license as a class 1 misdemeanor. The date of violation is September the 10th of 2025. That if you remain in custody, you'll have an attorney representing you, Maricopa County Public Defender. You have an arraignment set on April the 16th at 8:30 a.m. We have a secured appearance bond, in this case, in the amount of $1,000. Okay? So this is for Desert Ridge Justice Court. If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Tanya Greer, please come to the podium. Herman Gutierrez Fuentes, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hi.
Could you please state your name?
Tanya Greer.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
5/13/83.
Thank you. And that is the same name and date of birth I have for both cases I have before me, which is number 13 and 14 on the docket. I will go back to number 13. And then on number 13, you have charges of one count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that charge. I'm going to be appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. This is at the South Court Tower at 175 West Madison Street. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. On your other case, this is a warrant out of Goodyear Municipal Court, and it is for one count of shoplifting, removal of goods as a class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of disorderly conduct fighting as a class 1 misdemeanor, both happening on May 6th of 2025. If you're to remain in custody, you'll be appointed counsel. At the next hearing, I can't appoint counsel out of a city court. So they would have to do so. But your next hearing and that court date would be an arraignment on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. at Goodyear Municipal Court. And you have secured appearance bond in that case in the amount of $500. Okay, so it's just affirming their bond.
So does that mean I have to be bonded out in order to get out?
Yes, you have 2 bonds for both cases. So you have a $500 bond in each case.
Okay, and if I don't get bonded out, when am I court date?
For the Goodyear Municipal Court, that's April the 22nd. And then also on the other one, it is, I believe it may also be the same thing. No. The status conference is April the 20th at 8:30. That would be your first court date. Okay. But your preliminary hearing is actually, both of them are set for April 22nd. So for both courts. So you may want to contact, like, right Goodyear or something. Or when you speak to your attorney here, maybe they're going to change your date, the preliminary hearing date. Okay? Herman Gutierrez Fuentes, please come to the podium. Hello, sir. Could you please state your full name?
Herman Alonzo Gutierrez Fuentes,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
10/16/1999.
Thank you. You have a new case out of Maryville Justice Court. It is for one count of driving on a suspended license as a class 1 misdemeanor and one count of reckless driving as a class 3 misdemeanor. I'm not appointing counsel at this time, but as I stated, it is a city case. Well, actually, no, this is justice, but they may not be asking for any jail or probation, so I'm not going to appoint counsel at this time because I'm also going to be releasing you. But you have an arraignment set on April the 29th at 11 a.m. at the Maryville Justice Court. Okay? So I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance, which means that's your promise to appear for court. So make sure that you show up, because otherwise they'll issue a warrant for your arrest and then you'll just get picked up again. Okay? So just show up for court, which is at the Maryville Justice Court. Your information will be in your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're quite welcome. Okay. Next will be the house calls. So number 3, number 4 is for Cecilio Anthony Osuno. Number 3 next. Cecilio Anthony Osuno. Date of birth, April 9th, 2001. He's being charged with one count of aggravated assault as a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for that charge. I'm appointing counsel to represent him. His status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. at the South Court Tower. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. If he makes that bond, he is to be released on pretrial services with electronic monitoring to be installed before release with curfew to be determined by pretrial officer. She is not to have any contact with the alleged victims or complainant or witnesses. Going to number 4, it is Cecilio Anthony Osuna, date of birth April 9th, 2001. It is a warrant for violating probation. I am appointing counsel to represent this person. They have probation revocation hearings set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Next is Felipe Adame or ADAME. So Felipe Adame, date of birth July 20th, 1989. He's being charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony, 1 count of aggravated assault as a Class 5 felony, 2 counts of criminal damage as a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on April the 20th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on April the 22nd at 8:30 a.m. at the South Court Tower. I have a secured appearance bond that is in the amount of $100,000 because he assaulted, because there are flight risk indicators, assaulting a police sergeant and an officer and putting a gun in the victim's face and threatening to fight officers. So I do not feel that pretrial services was appropriate. So, but if he does make the bond amount, that pretrial services, I do want him to be released on pretrial services with electronic monitoring to be installed before release with curfew to be determined by his pretrial officer. He is not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. He is not to initiate contact with any of the alleged victims. He is not to initiate contact with any complainant or witnesses, and is not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. Okay. I'm going to go, okay, this is, okay, then we have one more house call. Ontario Deshaun Calhoun, date of birth April the 1st, 1988. He is being charged with 2 counts of burglary in the 3rd degree as a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on April the 28th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on May 1st at 8:30 a.m. I am releasing him on pretrial services to report to pretrial services within 72 hours of release. I'm following the recommendation of pretrial services. However, he is not to initiate contact with any of the alleged victims, not to have any physical contact with the alleged victims, not to initiate contact with any of the complainant or witnesses. And this is involving vehicles. So, okay. I will go back and go over these at the cells. If there are any changes, I will come back and make those changes on the record. So this hearing is now adjourned. All right.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 8 a.m. calendar on April 13th, 2026. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders are going to be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded, so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates and different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or you don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. When it comes to those release conditions, when I see you in court, I'm only going to tell you about some of them, not every single one of them. For a complete list of all your release conditions, you have to refer to your paperwork. Here's how the morning's going to work. I'm going to call two names. First name I call is going to come in the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door. Then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. Could I please get a Mario Brown to the podium? Andrew Ibarra to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
7784, Mario Brown.
Thank you. You're here today on the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated assault, Class 3 felony, resisting arrest, Class 1 misdemeanor, criminal trespass, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are April 20 and 22nd in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $35,000. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you cannot enter any Circle K stores or their premises. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Is there any way possible for a PR bond? I've been in Arizona for a year. I've been in no trouble with that. I know this ain't the case. This ain't the time to speak about the case, but nobody's running. I need a PR bond. I don't have no money to bond myself out.
Yeah,
but I can make every court date.
Given everything that I've read and looking at all the documentation, not at this time, but that's something that you can ask your defense attorney to try to do at your next court date, sir.
What you looking at that's hindering that?
Sir, there's 12 statutory factors I need to consider when considering bond. One of them is seriousness of the charges. Second thing is strength of the evidence. Third thing is past criminal history. Fourth thing is whether there's a victim or not in the case. So taking all those things into consideration, sir, I'm not inclined to just release you on your own recognizance. So I'm going to set a bond at this time. Please tuck your left ear paperwork, sir.
You said what now?
Go ahead and tuck your left, sir. Andrew Rivara to the podium. Raphael Cunningham to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
Andrew Ybarra, 70305.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your arrest warrant.
Absolutely.
Probable cause was previously found for unlawful flight from law enforcement, Class 5 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on May 30th of 2025. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are April 20 and 22nd in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your trial judge. It's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date on this is April 20 in the Downtown Superior Court. Finding probable cause as to a new Term 1 violation, setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. So a total $6,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You can't drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 in that vehicle. And you must contact your PO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
So I won't be released on recognizance, right?
No.
There's no shot at that, right?
No, sir.
Okay. I just have to pay that $6.
Any other questions, sir?
So I'll be in here next time I'll see judges.
Not here. April 20th, Downtown Superior Court.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Raphael Cunningham to the podium. Helena Corral Gomez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
Raphael Cunningham, 7899.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested for unlawful flight from law enforcement, Class 5 felony, exceeding the posted speed by more than 20 miles per hour, Class 3 misdemeanor, reckless driving, Class 3 misdemeanor. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are April 20 and 22nd in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be on supervised release with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you can't drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 in that vehicle. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Is it like 5,000, 10%, or just 5,000 straight?
It's not just 10%. Every bond company is different. It's between 10 and 15%, plus fees on top of that, too.
Okay.
But you can use a bond company.
Okay, thank
Any
you.
other questions?
That's it.
All right, thank you. Please start your left ear paperwork. Helena Corral Gomez to the podium. Alexander Ruff to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
020495.
Name, please.
Helena Corral Gomez.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You're arrested for robbery, a Class 4 felony. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are April 20 and 22nd in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be on supervised release. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And you cannot enter any Safeway stores or their premises. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, thank you. Please start your left ear paperwork. Alexander Ruff to the podium. Jordan Hayden to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Alexander Wyatt Ruff, 8/1995.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is on April 20th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. First one is $750. Second one is $250. So total $1,000 secured appearance. If you're able to bond out on both matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you've got to contact your PO within 3 days. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Please start your left ear paperwork. Jordan Hayden to the podium. Beyond Hernandez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Jordan Hayden, 11/23/95.
Thank you. You're here today on a Justice Court new case. You're arrested for 2 counts of failure to admit to carrying a deadly weapon, Class 1 misdemeanors. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's April 16. That's at the Manistee Justice Court. Setting a security appearance bond at $250. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
You said it was 2 counts of what?
2 counts of failure to admit to carrying a deadly weapon.
And you said, how much is the bond?
$250.
Where?
I'm sorry?
You said where?
Manistee Justice Court. All the information is going to be on your paperwork, sir. Any other questions?
Nah, that's okay.
All right, thank you. Please start to your left for your paperwork. Beyond Hernandez to the podium. Marshall Fisher to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Beyond Hernandez, 11/14/02.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's April 20th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $250. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days.
Sure.
Any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Marshall Fisher to the podium. Wyatt Warner to the chair, please.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Name and date of birth, please.
Marshall Fisher, 13076.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause was previously found for theft of services, a Class 4 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on August 5th of 2025. I'm not assigning you an attorney at this time, sir, because I'm finding that you're not indigent. But what I'm going to ask you to do is between now and your next court date, if you're unable to hire an attorney, would you please let your next judge know to please assign you an attorney? Would you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Your next court dates are going to be April 28th and May 1st in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Promise to appear on April 28th and May 1st in the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No, sir.
All right. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. It's your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody.
Okay.
Call them during normal business hours within the next 3 days.
Okay.
If you fail to call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right. Please make sure to call them, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Wyatt Warner to the podium. Ashley Oliveto to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Wyatt Warner, May 17th, 2000.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause was previously found for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on December 22nd of 2023. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are April 28th and May 1st in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Promise to appear on April 28th and May 1st in the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No, Your Honor.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
All right, please make sure to show up to court, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ashley Oliveto to the podium. David Strickland to the chair, please.
Right at the podium.
Name and date of birth, please.
Ashley Oliveto, Dickerson Oliveto, May 1997.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court new case. You're arrested for false reporting to law enforcement, Class 1 misdemeanor, and DUI, Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be May 4th at the Peoria City Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Can't drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 in that vehicle. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Let me finish up. Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Promise to appear on May 4th at the Peoria City Court?
What's the date today?
Today is April 13th.
I want to leave Arizona, Judge. I don't. This place is not healthy for me.
All right. I need you to answer these questions, though, ma'am, if you want to be released.
Can you move the court date closer?
I cannot.
I'm sick.
I cannot move the court date. Do you promise to follow these conditions?
Yes. Can it be telephonically? The state is not good for me, sir.
I'm sorry, it cannot be telephonic either. Do you promise to appear on May 4th at the Peoria City Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. So, ma'am, here's a second option. You said you want to get this done quicker?
Yes, and I don't understand how I have a false reporting when I gave them my name on my birth certificate. I just didn't say the Oliveto name because I don't want to go by that name. I just don't have $300 to change it back.
So
I don't understand how I get in trouble for giving my given name to the officer.
Let me finish up.
Okay.
If you want to get this done sooner, I can give you the choice. I'm going to let you out today, but your court date's not going to be until May 4th. If you stay in custody, your next court date's going to be April 16th. That's in 3 days.
Yeah, right. I'm not going that long without brushing my teeth. Are you crazy? I feel like I'm dying, sir.
Right.
Like, I just had a blood transfusion. I have lost 14 pounds since the transfusion. Something is wrong.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right. Please make sure to show up to court on May 4th, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Please go ahead and step to your left for your paperwork. David Strickland to the podium. Vidal Varela to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
David, April 21st, 2005.
Full name.
David Strickland.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court new case. You're arrested for disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm not assigning you an attorney because for these types of charges, you don't get a free attorney. You can hire your own attorney if you want one. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right, your next court date is going to be May 4th at the Peoria City Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be a lot of conditions to your release, okay? You can't go back to the scene of the crime. That means you can't go back home. No contact with any victim or witness. You may not live with any alleged victim. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You have to find an alternative residence and provide proof of that residence. You must obey any orders of protection that are put out against you. And you may have no contact with the victim, including electronically or through third parties, even if they contact you first. You're warned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to further felonies. Do you understand all these conditions?
For how long?
At least until May 4th. But do you understand all these conditions?
So I'm not going to be able to go back to my house?
No, you cannot. So do you understand all these conditions, sir?
I don't. Will I be able to, get my stuff or,
I can explain that to you later. But right now, sir, I need you to answer my question.
Yeah.
Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Promise to appear on May 4th at the Peoria City Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. All right, sir. So here's the thing. You can't go back home, all right? No
Right.
contact with the victim, whoever was living there. I think
Even
it
though
was
I pay rent there?
Doesn't matter, sir.
That's my crib, though.
Sir, it does
I'm
not
sorry,
matter.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
You cannot go back there because the victim lives there.
Right.
All right. So here's what's going to happen. Do you know what a civil standby is, sir?
No.
All right. So this happened in Peoria?
Yes.
So you can go back home one time, but you have to call Peoria PD and make an appointment. Ask them for a civil standby. You have to make an appointment with them. Peoria officer has to be standing there when you go in and get your stuff.
Okay.
While you move out temporarily. Get your car keys, pack up your car, you have to go back one time, Peoria PD needs to be there. And so that's what you can do.
Okay.
And then this isn't forever. This is at least until May 4th. If another judge lets you go back home, you can go back home.
Yeah.
But for now,
it's time for me to get my own shit anyway. So it's cool.
but you cannot go back home.
Right. All right.
All right. But you can go back one time with Peoria PD there. All right, sir?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No.
All right. Thank you. Please start to your left for your paperwork. Vidal Varela to the podium. Aniston Holt to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
January 18, 1998.
Name, please.
Vidal Herrera.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause was previously found for 2 counts of aggravated DUI, Class 4 felonies. These were alleged to have occurred back on March 16th of 2025. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are April 28th and May 1st in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're going to be alcohol and drug tested and monitored. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You can't drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 in that vehicle, and you actually cannot drive any type of motor vehicle, including e-bikes and e-scooters. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
You promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Promise to appear on April 28th and May 1st in the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No, Your Honor.
You can't drive any type of motor vehicle anymore. How are you going to get to court?
I have friends and family members that could give me a ride, or maybe Uber.
Okay. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you to the Supervision and Pretrial Services. It's your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody. You have 3 days to call them. You have to call them during normal business hours. If you fail to call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions for me?
I do not.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Can I get Mr. Strickland back for 1 second, please?
Strickland.
Yes.
I forgot to ask you, sir, do you have any weapons you need to give up?
Oh, no.
And then do you have someplace else to go?
My car.
Do you have a friend you can stay with?
My car.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. The other option, too, is you can stay in a shelter. Back in the facility, they have numbers for different shelters that are here in town. You can go ahead and stay there temporarily. They usually have temporary space for people that are out for a little bit, too. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Aniston Holt to the podium. Giselle Galindo to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Aniston Holt, 8/29/2000.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court new case. You're arrested for assault, Class 1 misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm not assigning you an attorney because for these types of charges, you don't get a free attorney. You can hire your own attorney if you want one. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I need to hear yes or no.
Yes.
All right. Your next court date is going to be May 4th at the Peoria City Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. That means you can't go back to where you were arrested. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You can't live with any victim. You must find an alternative residence and provide proof of that residence if you live with the victim. You must obey any orders of protection that are put out against you. And you may have no contact with the victim, including electronically or through third parties, even if they contact you first. You're warned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to further felonies. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. I also do have one thing to say. I'm not originally from here. I'm from Wyoming. So is there any way I can get anything?
Let me finish up first, and then I'll answer your questions, okay? So you do understand, do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Promise to appear on May 4th at the Peoria City Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No, sir.
And were you living with the alleged victim at this time?
I was, Your Honor, yes.
All right, do you have someplace else to go?
I reside in Wyoming. That's where I'm trying to go back.
Are you going to leave immediately?
I'm gonna try to. I'm trying to get a plane ticket out of here for today.
All right, but so you can't go back to where you're staying, so do you have someplace else to go?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of have to go back, Your Honor. I live in a group home, and I've been out of, like, I'm currently with staff. She's not obviously here, but she came up with me, and I'm supposed to be going back today to go get the rest of my services in for the end of the month.
Right, so that can't happen. So let me talk to you let me answer your first question. So this is a misdemeanor, so you're not required to stay in the state of Arizona. So you can go back to Wyoming, but the risk is you don't come back for court. They put out a warrant for your arrest. So if you left in 2 days, you have to fly back by May 4th. Otherwise, there's going to be a warrant out for your arrest. But you can leave the state, but I'm just letting you know what the risk could be.
Okay.
Second thing is, I don't know whether you overheard what I told the other gentleman. You can go back one time to get your stuff, but you can't live there anymore. You're gonna have to find someplace else to go.
Mm-hmm.
So did you hear what a civil standby was?
Like, you can go and grab your stuff, and the police officer will be there, correct?
You have to make an appointment. You have to call Peoria PD.
Okay.
You have to make an appointment with them because they got to be there too. So as long as they're there, you can go back one time to get your stuff to move out.
Okay.
In terms of your options and in terms of places to go, there's numbers for shelters back in this facility, or you can look up other shelters. You're going to have to stay at one of those, but you can't live at home.
Okay.
Where you were living before. Do you understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Have I answered all your questions? Do you have any more questions?
I think that's it.
Okay. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. If you end up flying back to Wyoming, I need to make sure you show up to court, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please step to the left for your paperwork. Giselle Galindo to the podium. Luis Salvador Hernandez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Giselle Galindo, 08/23/2006.
Thank you. You're here today on the Justice Court new case. You're arrested for exceeding the posted speed by more than 20 miles per hour, Class 3 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm not assigning you an attorney because for this type of charge, you don't get a free attorney. You can hire your own attorney if you want one. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Your next court date is April 28th at the Arrowhead Justice Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're just not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Promise to appear on April 28th at the Arrowhead Justice Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for you?
Yes.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, thank you. Please go ahead and step to your left. Luis Salvador Hernandez to the podium. Could I please get appearances starting with the state?
Thank you, Your Honor. Brooke Gahn on behalf of the state.
Thank you. Could I get your full name and date of birth?
Luis Angel Amador Hernandez, January 2nd, 2005.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. Before we begin, Ms. Gaunt, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking to seal the Form 4 because it contains personally identifiable information regarding a minor.
Thank you. Upon motion by the state in good cause of hearing, I will order sealing the Form 4 at this time. And Ms. Gaunt, did you want to stick around for the remainder, or would you like to be excused at this time?
If I could be excused, Your Honor, I appreciate that.
Oh, that's fine. You can be excused. Thank you. All right, sir, you've been arrested for transferring drugs to a minor, Class 2 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are April 28th and May 1st in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you today. There's some conditions to your release. No contact with any witness, no contact with any minors whatsoever. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Can't drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18, but you're not to have any contact with any minors anyway. Do you understand all these conditions?
Where I live, there's minors. Is that an issue too?
Are they your siblings? Who are they?
It's my nephew.
So, yeah, no contact with any minors, so you're going to have to move. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I need to hear a yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to follow all these
Yes.
conditions? Promise to appear on April 28th and May 1st in the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for you?
Yes.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. So, sir, do you have someplace else to go?
I could sleep off my car.
Okay. Did you overhear what I told those other people about possibly staying in a shelter, at least until a judge lets you go back home? So that's an option for you too, okay, sir?
What if the person that was involved in the crime is, like, I work with them?
Are they a minor too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a problem. And they're also witness. You're not to have any contact with any witnesses either. They work at Pita Kitchen too?
Yeah.
Same shift?
Different shifts sometimes. It varies.
All right. If you can try to change your shifts, that's fine. I mean, I can't. It's better if you keep on working, so I don't want you to stop working, but you're going to have to work that out with your supervisor.
Okay.
All right, sir? Any other questions?
No, sir.
All right. Please go ahead and submit your left ear paperwork.
Thank you.
After visit one individual back at their cell, they pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. Aisa Antone, date of birth 4/14/93, here in a Superior Court new case, arrested for aggravated assault class 4 felony, resisting arrest class 6 felony, assault class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning counsel. Next court dates are April 20th and 22nd in the downtown Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If she's able to bond out, pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. Can't live with any victim, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Must obey any orders of protection. No contact with any victim whatsoever, including electronically or through third parties. After visiting with her back at her cell, if I had to make any changes to these release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. This concludes the 8 a.m. calendar.
The criminal violation, sir, is false report to law enforcement. On this case, sir, I'll hold you on a $500 cash bond just to give you time credit. I'm going to appoint Robin Ald to represent you. You're gonna have court, sir, on April 14th, that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Garza. Mr. Ald will be there to represent you at that time, sir. And with that, sir, you're excused. Louis, your name, please, sir?
Jesse Simonson.
Louis, so sorry. I misunderstood. I haven't seen him yet. Thanks. I thought I'd seen him. All right, Mr. Simonson, I'm seeing you on charges of possession of a narcotic drug. Looks like the state's asking, sir, that we dismiss this case without prejudice. I'm going to do that. Sir, that does not mean it's gone for good. That means the state has 7 years to decide whether they want to re-indict you on these charges. But for now, it is dismissed, sir. If you believe you need treatment, sir, or believe that even talking to somebody about treatment would be in your best interest, there is a transition center attached to the jail. When you leave the jail, follow the blue line. It will lead you to a facility that is attached to the jail, and they can offer you resources that may or may not be of benefit to you, but couldn't hurt to look. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right, sir. You're excused.
Oh, and Judge, there's a Superior Court hold, so he's not going to be dismissed. Is it for an arraignment or first? It's just a good or two. It's 25/7. Okay. Okay. Just so he's scheduled for an arraignment today in CR 2026-1036, but there's also a warrant issued in another matter. Is he going to be transported to your court today for the arraignment, or is there going to be an issue with appearing for that?
He should be transported. Yeah, I just saw that. Thank you. I was looking in the jail website. He's not being held in anything else according to the jail's website. So my guess by looking at this right now, so jail, he's not being held on that 2026 case, correct?
The 2026, correct. He's not being held on that.
So today, Mr. Simonson, I'll be arraigning you and doing initial appearance. Jail, when will he be released? In a couple hours?
Judge, I think he's going to be held on a 2025-2971 because it looks like there was a status conference on the 3rd and a warrant issued that day. Don't say anything.
He's not.
Yes, Judge. So he's going to be held on the 2025-2971. To see.
The 2026 case. I will certainly take note of the fact that I've seen you this morning. Jail, so your website does not show that Mr. Simonson is being held on the 2025 matter. Is that going to be updated?
So they're saying that he's booked on it. They're not sure why it's not showing on the website.
All right. Mr. Simonson, if there is an issue today with your appearance at arraignment, I'll be continuing it for a couple of days. We'll try to get you arraigned on that 2026 case as soon as we can, sir. I don't have any information for you right now, though, sir. All I can do is dismiss these new charges, sir.
Okay.
All right. With that, sir, you're excused. Wish I had more help for you.
Yes.
Was that? That's it? I think that's it, Judge, right?
Oh. Otherwise, yeah.
Okay, all right. They're saying no aho.
Oh, it's gone?
Done.
What happened to it, Dale?
They're saying there never was an aho.
All right? Is that it? Okay.
Thank you. Please be seated. Mr. Hernandez, are you our interpreter today?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. I believe we just have one Spanish matter, but can you do just a general call to the gallery real quick before we get started?
Yes, sir. Buenos días. ¿Hay alguna persona aparte del señor García Chávez que necesite intérprete de español? Si es así, levante la mano ahora, por favor.
No hands, Your Honor.
No other hands, Mr. Hernandez. Thank you so much. We'll proceed forward. I believe that Mr. Garcia Chavez does have the headset. Can you verify just to make sure he can hear you?
He can, Judge.
All right, let's get started. Good morning. This is the time for the 11 a.m. calendar and initial appearance court on April 13th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. Before we begin, I am going to read the victim's rights advisement. If you are a victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. I am going to call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'm then going to announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom. I will let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today. Let's begin with Gabriel Garcia Chavez to the podium and Martin Badachi to the chair, please. Good morning, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Gabriel García Chávez.
Good morning. My name is Gabriel Garcia Chavez.
Sí, bueno, no sé qué día nací. Porque me dijeron que era adoptado.
I was born, but I don't know what day I was born. I was told that I was adopted.
So is your legal date of birth January 27th of 2004?
I don't know.
I don't
sabría decirle.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so on any of your paperwork, driver's license, anything like that, what is your birthday listed as?
I think it might be on here.
So I have it as January 27th of 2004. Does that sound about what your birthday might be?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to proceed forward today. I believe you are the person in front of me who should be in front of me. I am going to appoint you an attorney, though. So if there is any issues moving forward, I highly suggest you talk with your attorney about that, okay? All right. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor, and obstruction, refusing to provide your true name, Class 2 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause as to the disorderly conduct and obstruction allegations, but not the drug allegations. I am appointing you an attorney, so talk with your attorney about what that means moving forward. I am going to set a status conference on April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. So you're going to leave this facility, but you have to go to your next court date on April 28th. I'm also ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no possessing any drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All of that is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, fine.
No, it's good.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Okay.
And Mr. Hernandez, since that was the only one we had you needed on, you can go ahead and disconnect at any time. I really appreciate you being here for us.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Martin Badachi to the podium, and Nassim Simmons to the chair, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Martin Badachi, 55991.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession for sale, Class 2 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney.
Okay.
I am setting a status conference on April 20th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 22nd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $10,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no possessing any weapons, and no possessing or consuming any drugs without a valid prescription. All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
You said a secure bond of $10,000? Is that, like, how does that work? Is it like 10% of?
So if you go through a bonding company, typically it is 10% plus collateral, but you'll have to contact the bonding companies for what their exact terms are.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thanks, sir.
Nassim Simmons to the podium, and Jovante Lash to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Yes, in the same Simmons, 11/09/1999.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date.
I will.
As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess or consuming any drugs without a valid prescription and no contacting the arresting officers. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Jovante Lash to the podium, and Seth Miskimin to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
My name is Javante Lash, date of birth 04/05/1989.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 20th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you on your own recognizance, but to be supervised by your assigned probation officer. So as a part of your release, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. The general number for probation will be in your paperwork. Now, I did just want to warn you here, you do have to contact your probation officer. It's imperative that you do so. It looks like this warrant was signed in August of last year. So it's been some considerable time, it looks like, since you may have had contact with your probation officer. If you do continue to not have contact with your probation officer, that's not only a violation of my release orders in this case, but you could end up with another probation violation. So the general number for probation is in your paperwork. I'm ordering that you contact them within 72 hours, but you have that number. You can contact them as soon as you get access to a phone. I highly suggest doing that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thank you.
Seth Miskimin to the podium, and Jose Mutin to the chair, please. Munitin.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Seth Miskimin, 7195.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving narcotic drug possession and drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you. I am setting a status conference on April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services in this case. You will receive an envelope with your paperwork that has details on pretrial release. Make sure that you read through that. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription and no contacting the arresting officers. All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jose Munitin to the podium, and Zane Smith to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Josué Bulleton, 43090.
Thank you. And I apologize if I mispronounced your name. That was not my intention.
Fine. No worries.
We are here today on two different cases, a Justice Court case under the University Lakes Justice Court on a case involving driving with a suspended license, and then a municipal court warrant out of the Goodyear Municipal Court for a driving under the influence case. I am going to set an arraignment hearing in both cases. In the Goodyear Municipal Court, it'll be on April 29th at 1 p.m. And then in the University Lakes Justice Court case, it'll be April 28th at 1:30 p.m. Those are two different courthouses at two different locations, so pay attention in your paperwork to which one you have to be at which day.
Okay.
I am going to release you today on your own recognizance on both of these cases. That's a promise to appear at your court dates.
Okay.
As a part of your release, I am also ordering that you not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Okay.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
All right, thank you.
Zane Smith to the podium. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Zane Smith, 5/15/93.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant of the West Mesa Justice Court on a case involving exceeding the posted speed limit by more than 20 miles per hour, which is a Class 3 misdemeanor. I will set an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on April 28th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. Now, it looks like this was the second failure to appear that occurred on your case. So I'm going to give you one more opportunity to make sure that you get to your court dates. If you miss another court date, another warrant will likely be issued for your arrest, and you will likely be held on bond next time. So it's very important that you go to court. You have that court date on the 28th.